Welcome to a 360-degree passenger ride in the Volvo V40 Cross Country. Let's start this thing up. And immediately as the engine rattles into life, you'll see that I'm in a diesel. It's a 2-litre diesel. It's the D4 model, so it's high performance-ish, 190 horsepower, and it really does feel pretty quick. So we've got the automatic gearbox. I'm going to whack it into sport because when you have it in normal drive, it can be a little bit lethargic. It doesn't respond that well. Whereas in sport, it's much more on it, as you'll see now. Foot down, off we shoot. Can be a bit raucous, this engine, but blimey, don't half fly. So it's reasonably economical. You know, you're going to be able to get over 40 mpg out of this thing, no problem. Yeah, it goes like stink. When you are going like stink, you do notice quite a bit of wind whistle from these pillars here, but it's not actually all that bad, and it's not too much tyre roar. It's quite a comfy car to travel in. Especially because these seats, fold this one down a bit so you can see into the back, the seats are blooming lovely. Volvo does glorious, glorious seats. Now this particular car, it's the range top. I've got digital driver's display there and I can change the mood. Let's see if we can do it. Go on. Change the theme. So we're on sport. I'm going to go for elegance, which is like a brown thing, and you get a speedo instead of a rev counter in the centre. Rewind if you didn't catch that, and spin your phone around to have a look at what's going on here. Now the infotainment system itself, I've got to control it using this one dial here, and it's probably not that big enough. It's a bit fiddly because the buttons to control it, the OK and stuff are in there. Oh God, there we go, navigation, let's go to the Navi. Come on, just do it. There we go, Navi. So, in terms of driving, you know, this is all right, this car. It's not bad at all. It's not particularly exciting. I mean, the steering is a little bit on the woolly side, shall we say. Can't really feel what the car's doing, and it doesn't turn that sharp. I mean, look, I'm turning the wheel, not much is happening. That's all right. I wasn't expecting it to be super sport. It's a Volvo, it's not supposed to be. It's reasonably comfy though. The suspension, it's not too sloppy. So as you notice there, the car doesn't really roll too much in the corners. It's just not that responsive. It doesn't roll about, like I say, so you don't feel too sickly as you're going around corners. And the suspension, it's okay over bumps. Now, it never feels too firm. What it can feel is a little bit, what I'd like to say is busy. So you can feel flutterings. It's always like just moving you a little bit. It's not comfy, but you know it's there. It's just like, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad either. So, another thing to notice is the visibility. Now, I'll just turn this around so you can see what's going on there. Right, so the visibility on this car, considering Volvo's all about safety, I don't think it's that great. So you've got this big swooping pillar which comes up here and creates a huge, huge blind spot there. Spin your phone round or your browser around to have a look at the back. I'll just look in the rear view mirror. You can see the back window's pretty small, and then there's the huge pillars at the back as well which create massive blind spots, which isn't ideal. What's also not ideal is some of these buttons here, they're a bit fiddly to use, quite small, so when you're driving along, you're having to look down to make sure you're pressing the right one. And I shouldn't moan too much because I do like the design of this car. I mean, the actual dash is probably feeling a bit old in terms of the design, but the quality is all good. I do quite like it, and it's definitely a car worth considering. It starts from £23,000, but if you go to carwow, you can get up to £4,000 off one of these, and then it makes lots of sense because it's a nice looking thing. It feels premium inside. It's nice to travel in. You know, it's not the top of its game really, but it's, you know, when you consider the deals that you can get on it, it is quite a nice car to have. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you click on the pop-out banner and stuff, you can get more content on this car.